You are in for a real treat, not just because you're here and get to see me today, but because
That's a treat too.
that's a treat too. These fabulous entrepreneur women are rock stars and have an amazing story to tell you about themselves, but also about how they made marketing and using social media work for them. And you're going to walk away with tools and tips and just, even if it's just one thing, you're going to walk away with that's going to help you going forward. And I'm speaking for them, but I'm sure after we're done talking, if you have more questions, they'd be happy to answer them. Because we only have like 50 minutes. And if you know, ladies, we like to talk, right? So we'll just keep chitty-chatting away. So hopefully someone's giving me a time check. I think Brian told me he was going to do that. Otherwise, we're just going to start pouring some wine later and just get into this, right? Don't tell Brian I said that. Oh, shoot, we're recording, too. Oh, we're busted. Busted. Okay, that's right. And I'm going to apologize for this very awkward table in front of us. All of us feel like we're like detached from you, but I want you to know that we're in his room with you, learning together. And please don't be discouraged by this weird table in front of us. And I'm standing because I have a hard time talking and sitting and not moving around. So this is going to be very challenging for me, but it's a learning and growth moment. So we'll just go with that, yeah? Okay, so without further ado, and I got to put my old lady granny glasses on so I can see. My name's Julie Flowers. I'm the head of global talent acquisition at Chevron. I'm also a leadership sponsor for our women's network at Chevron and executive women's network at Chevron, as well as I'm a coach and a public speaker as well when they let me. Sometimes they don't because they never know what's going to come out of my mouth. So Susan's always like, Julie, dial it down. Anyways, but I'm going to let each panelist introduce themselves, and they're also going to tell you just a little bit about their own personal story, because each one is very inspiring as well. So let me start with Brenda.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brenda Boral from Boral Agency. I own a full digital marketing agency with my sister and business partner for the last 13 years. Originally from South America, we came here in 2005. We've been together since we were like 12 and 17 when a big event happened to us. We lost our mom, and my dad left us 2 days later. And we learned from that small age to work together, to have businesses together, and we've been strong since then. I'm very proud to have my business with her. On my personal, I have 3 kids, 13, 9, and 3. I love to talk about marketing and business, and my passion is marketing and business, but my calling is to work with women to have their cake and eat it too. We can have it all, ladies.
Thank you, Brenda. Okay, round of applause for Brenda. Yes, great story. And Allison.
Hello, everyone. I'm Allison McFarlane, founder and CEO of Allison McFarlane, Inc. It is your personal branding and marketing firm, and I, too, love women, so that is one of my focuses at my company. I recently just got out of corporate America. I was in corporate for about 15 years, so I just started my own company. Super excited. I am a single mom of a 17-year-old, so I am pivoting right now because she's about to graduate. So y'all, just thinking about that makes me sad, but I'm excited. So I'm figuring out what next looks like for me. So that's going to be a fun space. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Susan, and I'm excited to be amongst friends.
Yes, awesome. Yay, good. Kim.
How we doing? We in Texas. All right.
That's right.
I'm Kim Roxie, Kimroxie, and I'm from Houston, Texas. Born right here in this neighborhood. I'm from Harlem, Clark. Where's that? What's up? Where you at? HC? What we doing? I was kicked out of Madison High School right down the street. But thanks to, where's Linda Toyota? Thanks to Linda Toyota, legend, I ended up going to HCC to get my aesthetics license, to become a facial specialist and do brows and all of that. And because of Linda Toyota, I ended up with a billboard right here in my neighborhood where I was kicked out of high school to showcase the fact that you can get kicked out of high school and you can still become an entrepreneur and be viewed as a success. in your own right. And so for me, my story is just knowing that things are going to happen in life. I am a product of a mother who believed in her daughter. And so because of that, and I heard Brenda's story, because of that, I actually opened up my own makeup shop when I was 21. And some of you in this room supported me during that time. And I ended up pivoting to now launching a national makeup brand called LAMIK Beauty. LAMIK stands for Love and Makeup and Kindness. We are a clean color cosmetic brand that's manufactured right here in Houston by Intercontinental Airport. Yes. And we recently made history by being the first Black-owned clean makeup brand to launch into the largest beauty specialty retailer in the country, and that's Ulta. So, thank you.
So you see why I told you chose wisely. I mean, we could just drop the mic right now and be done here, but we're going to get into some questions about marketing and social media. I'm going to start with Allison. So it all starts with a marketing strategy, right? And Allison, tell us about why a business needs a strategy, and tell us a little bit more, though, hone in on the social media concept and why it's so important.
Oh man, that's a great question. And I could probably talk forever, but I'm not. So really quickly, as a small business owner, how are you gonna get clients if you don't have a strategy and you aren't leveraging social media? Digital footprint is the lifeline to the success of your business. So everyone needs to know you even before they meet you. So that's what I tell people. You create the narrative of your company. So having a strong social media presence is so intentional. Like Kim built out a whole profile during COVID, and look at her now. She's on national TV. Her what you said, the largest makeup.
Oh yeah, we're the first.
See, and this was all in her house during COVID. So just imagine. Now this is. I'm not gonna say she's an anomaly, but we can all do something similar. So let this be inspiration for you that this is not hard if you are intentional. So what I would like you to do is just really niche down on who you're trying to target, be clear with your content, understand the importance of content because that's how people get drawn into you. And one thing I can honestly say, authenticity always wins. When I see you in one place, be that same person everywhere we go. So one thing I can say about all these ladies I'm on here with, this is who they are. So that's what makes them successful. Yes. She's not kidding.
That's what makes it successful, though, right?
Yes. But I appreciate that about her because I know what I'm going to get. And the thing is, people want to do business with people that are tangible and they can actually touch. Don't be some far-off mystical figure. Be relatable because we're all going through something. So let that be your passion.
Good. Thank you, Allison. Kim, I'm going to switch it over to you. So we know there's tons of social media platforms, right? How do people know which one to choose, how to use it, when to use it?
Yeah, I would say lean into your strengths. So which platform really is one that you can get with? If you are more of, and then also the one that you have a need for. So the one that I look at is, you have TikTok, you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have LinkedIn, you have YouTube, you have so many different platforms, but which one is your strength? So think about if you are corporate or what have you, and you think about like a LinkedIn, right? Concentrate and focus in there. Then if you look at it, you're like, oh, I love taking pictures, I love cooking, whatever the case might be. You might want to look at Instagram or TikTok or whatever the case might be. But I also think pick one, do that one, and then add on. And for me, what's important is having a team also that's around this. So I don't do all of our social media. Shout out to Carissa, she's in the building. She's right over here with
and she's got a future entrepreneur on her person there. I love it.
And you see she got her whole baby attached to her, right? We are definitely a mom-friendly company. We don't hide our kids. If anybody knows, my daughter helps me co-host every Friday night on Friday Night Live. My 8-year-old daughter helps me co-host my whole show. She produces the show, actually. Wow. And so she's executive producer of that show. And she's been featured on Gayle King with CBS Mornings with me and everything. And so what Allison talked about is authenticity. It's like you can get on a platform and even say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, but watch me try. Yep. And people will see your development over time and feel like they're a part of your development, right? Yeah. Right. And they will follow that. I think that we put too much thought in perfection versus production. I need you to produce, not perfect. I need you to try, right? And not worry about what that execution is going to look like. I started my Friday Night Live in my daughter's bedroom, and people saw that pink and white stripe, and they thought I designed that. I'm like, girl, that was for her room when she came in as a baby, okay? That little pink and white stripe. But that's her bedroom that I started that live in because she had the best bedroom that wasn't so loud in the rest of the house. That's why I started there, and that's why she thinks she's my landlord, right? And my supervisor. But taking that and looking at that platform and just rocking that platform, being consistent, and people are seeing us develop over time. And so I would just say, pick you one, work with that, and then I would say add on your team from that angle. We are a grassroots company. We're not just doing TV commercials, but we can run our own commercials. So I hired someone in that area so we could grow our content and we can make such a big splash online.
I like that, being purposeful and focused on one to start, and do it messy is okay, right? Probably better because it goes back to being authentic. I love it. Thanks, Kim. All right, Brenda, your turn. You ready? Yes. Okay. Knowing what platforms to use, what are the best practices and tools for maintaining that social media presence? And maybe talk a little bit about how to tailor your content to maximize what you're getting from those platforms.
So once you know exactly which platforms you're going to be in, and when you're starting, just choose one. Just start with one so you can get into the habit. Remember, it's like you're learning to brush your teeth. When you do it, it becomes a habit. Oh, you're going to find your system that works for you, and now you can replicate that and be another, or hire somebody, or hire when you're growing. But once you have that, you need to keep in mind consistency, action, authenticity, and definitely metrics. Those are the 4 things that you have to have on your daily habit on how to use social media. Once you have that, for content, you have so many tools. Again, it's very overwhelming, I know. Pick one, start with one. Even if it's too much right now, I'm just gonna write it down in Word document, you can do that one day a week. Let's say your Mondays from 9 to 10. Those are going to be my days that I'm going to write for an hour for 3 weeks. I bet you that if you focus and you concentrate and you block that time for 9 to 1, you're going to find content for at least 2 weeks. Yep. So once you have that, now you get the first step, consistency. Now, the second one is how you make automation how to make it automated. Start with creating a day a week that you're going to focus on your social media. Mondays 9 to 10, Fridays 2 to 4, whatever works for you. Once you have that, now find the right tools. How do you find the right tools? Go and start by, you can find information in podcasts, in Google, just find, and again, you're going to find tons of information. Pick one. Because that's the problem what we have. There's so many options. Oh, I'm going to try this one, and I'm going to try this one, and I'm going to try this one. You're trying 3 tools at a time, and you're not ending up with anyone. Just focus on one, trust the process, and do it for 6-8 months, a year. And after a year, it's like, I really don't like this tool. Now I can choose one. But you create the habit of constant posting on a consistent basis, having your content. So that's one. And then metrics. Don't forget your metrics. That's very, very important. You have to learn the difference between what is a reach, what is engagement, and what really works for you. When these ladies were saying, once you have your strategy and you know where your customer is, because you have to post and you have to use the platform where your customers are. Like maybe your customer is the baby boomer. Baby boomers are in Facebook. Maybe your customer is professional. Professional people is on LinkedIn. Maybe your people is more visual because you're selling a product. Instagram for sure, and TikTok. So once you choose your platform, get the metrics. Reach, meaning that how many people you're reaching. That content, how much people are reaching. So you can have, like, for example, 500 followers. And those are, the content are reaching twice. So that means that your reaching is being 1,000. So 500 people have watching it twice. So that's how much your content has reached your audience. Then you have engagement. Engagement is just those 500 people, how many people they like it, they share. That's the metric that is important to you. Because if they share your content, more people will see it. So engagement will be one, and then for sure growing on your audience. How much are you growing on your followers? That's something that you really have to focus on. So that
Thank
will
you.
be,
So Brenda talked about a lot of great tips there, and we're going to dive into a few more of those, like with metrics and AI and so forth. But I do want to circle back. Something that you said spoke to me too is being intentional about how you use your time. We as women have 50,000 things going on at one time, right? And when we're doing that, our brain's going into what's my grocery list and all that, right? Make the time, like Brenda said, and focus and have boundaries around that, right? It's non-negotiable. And I love that you said that. So I'm going to circle back to Kim, actually, because I think it's really important to talk about not the picture perfect show up. And you told us, some stories about how, you got started in your daughter's room. I love how she's charging you rent and everything. That's awesome. But tell us a little bit more. What tips can they gain from you of it's okay to not be perfect?
Yeah, and I'll say, I was sharing with them on our pre-call that that when I decided that I was going to open up about having alopecia and experiencing hair loss, that I went to go get my head shaved, and by a friend, and a lady that was sitting there getting her hair done, I didn't even know her. I was like, can you hold the camera and record this for me? Mm-hmm. And she recorded it, and I took that picture, and I put it on my Instagram of me, and I'm talking about bald spots, because some of my hair grows, right? So you got bald spot here, bald spot there, whatever. What you would not want anybody to see. Mm-hmm. I took the video of which I did not want anybody to see and did it anyway. I did it from a different voice. Mm. I did it from the voice that was, Kim, it's not about you. Mm-hmm. It's about the reach.
Mm-hmm. Right?
And so I took that video, I put it on Instagram, and what you can do on Instagram is you can pin videos at the top that you want people to see, because I'm gonna tell you something. As soon as somebody finds out your name, as soon as whatever, we go straight to social media and we look people up. Right, come on. Right. Women are the best researchers, y'all private investigators. Y'all
I think it's called
up.
detective work.
Detective work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so you can pin, and this is a tip for you. Take 3 videos, or pictures, pin them at the top of your Instagram page. Right. So, and even you can do this on Facebook. Take one and pin at the top. So anytime somebody goes there, they can see your story. Yep. Yeah. So one of my first videos you see if you go to my Instagram is this of me getting my head shaved. Yeah. And then I'm telling my story. And this is how Good Morning America got in touch with me. Like, this is the way that sometimes people can find you, mm-hmm. and they can learn about who you are. So they actually don't even need to read a bio. They literally go through and then have that. So use those pinned videos. Another tip I have around this too, about extending your reach. What Brenda just talked about. Also, when you talk about like reaches of audiences. So today, I got my purse on this table because I got this purse from House of Jaguar, and the
fabulous
owner,
too, fabulous.
Miss Jaguar is right there in the building with that red sweater on. But like, she just took a picture of me and her with this purse. Now she's gonna put that on her page. I'm gonna reach her whole audience because she's gonna say that's Kim Roxie and LAMIK Beauty. Somebody gonna go look that up. The dress I got on, I got it from my friend's boutique, a woman-owned boutique in River Oaks called Couture Blowout. I'm gonna send her a picture. She's gonna put it on her page. She's gonna say, oh, Kim Roxie found a LAMIK Beauty is wearing this. Y'all need to stop shopping at those other stores and start shopping with people that's gonna elevate you and elevate your brand.
That's right.
That's why I shop with women-owned brands.
Yeah.
Because I know they're gonna give me a shout out, and that's gonna help my reach.
Right.
So see, now I'm scaling. This is what we call scaling. Yeah. We don't do everything ourselves. I don't do everything myself and try to post everything myself. No, I need other people posting with me.
Yeah, it's a team. It's a team effort.
To make me who I am. It doesn't mean they work for me.
Right.
We're in partnership because we're working together, and that's how you expand your reach. And that's how other people tell your story. Yep. Because you get validation from the market when other people are telling your story. And that's what
Yeah.
I find that works.
So you see the personalization, and I love that I watched your video too. I actually cried during it, just so you know, but not from a sadness or, pity. It was just beautiful. And the fact that you sell beauty was even more. And so that's going to bring me to storytelling is super powerful. So Allison, when you think about your social media strategy and what you're doing, how does storytelling fit into that? Because Kim just did it beautifully. What
Man.
else? Give us some other tips and examples.
So I'm going to piggyback off of Kim a little bit. So I live in the world of perfection. I'm going to be 100% honest, y'all. I live in that world of perfection. I don't know any other world, so pray for me.
But that's authentic to her. That's authentic to her.
So
Yes.
I
You do
appreciate
you.
it. But recently I was on a women's summit, and so I modeled professionally for over 7 years. But it was because I struggled with my self-esteem. And people see this, but they don't know that's still something I walk through every day. You understand what I'm saying? So never judge somebody just because you see me on this stage. You don't know what things I'm fighting or someone is fighting privately. You understand? And I feel often we judge people and we think they arrived, and I'm so in a place with my perfection to be honest about where I'm at. And the reality of it is I still struggle with it. And yes, I have this great look. I've got all these fabulous things, but it's something I really struggle with. So to be honest about that and let people know where I'm at, there's power in your vulnerability. And if you can tell your story, nobody can tell your story better than you. So when you, like me, decide that perfection is not necessary to be authentic, but let people know, hey, I did all these great things, but yet I still struggle with this. Yeah. That's real. Yeah. And I feel like the best storytelling is the authentic, real version where if somebody saw you, they would never believe it. Yeah. And so that's where I'm at right now. So y'all continue to pray for me, but yes, that's where I'm at right now.
We all pray for Allison every day. But it's messy. Life is messy. And I think men and women, you can relate more. And now you're more intrigued to learn about their company, right? Because they're being authentic. They're telling real stories. They're being messy a little bit and perfect at times as well. Allison is perfect at all times. We know this. Right, Shayla? Right, Shayla? Right? Yeah. Okay, we're going to jump now to metrics. And so, Brenda, you touched on it a little bit and how important it is to measure what you're doing with your social media strategy and what tools you can use. And maybe weave in a little bit of, and we'll talk a little bit more later, too, about AI, but what's so important about metrics and how can you get it? And how do you use it?
Well, with metrics, you have to choose based on your strategy. For example, if you want to use your social media just for brand awareness, just want people to get to know you, get your brand, not to sell a product. So your metric will be reach, how much my content is reaching other people, how much my content is being engaged by other people and shared, and how much my new followers are having it. So that's are the three metrics. There's tons of metrics, but that's too technical, just focus on that. Because again, what I want you to stop is going into that roller coaster that I had too many options, I had to match, and then you end up not doing anything. Just focus on those three things so you're not gonna be overwhelmed. Now, if your focus is, I want to sell my product, I want people to go to my website, I want to start selling my services or my products, first you have to create a strategy. Okay, unfortunately, social media is so popular and these platforms are so popular that now you have to do advertising. You need to invest in advertising. So, okay, I'm going to advertise in LinkedIn, I'm going to advertise in Facebook. If my customers, remember always this, where are your ideal clients are? So, okay, if that's the main focus for your strategy and you need to advertise because your strategy is to sell a product or a service, the metrics are how many clicks I had, how many leads I got from that advertising. Is my content right? Is not. Maybe I'm not reaching the right audience. How many click-through rates I got on my website? And how many new followers? Because new followers equals clients. So that's gonna be, if your strategy is to sell something, it will be your click-through rate on advertising, your new leads, how many leads are you having, or in the content you post, and how many new clients are converting into new followers.
Yeah, good. Yeah, metrics. And all these platforms do the metrics for you for the most part, which is awesome, and are powered by AI, which is amazing. So it takes a lot of the work out of it. And I don't do math. I think it's witchcraft. So
Everything is there.
something
Facebook will
freaky
give you
about
all
it.
the insights.
Weird.
Yeah.
Something weird. But let the tools help you. They're part of your team as well. So Allison, speaking of trends and what to keep up on, so businesses need to be agile, adaptable. Everything's constantly changing, right? What are some of the trends happening right now, and how does a company stay ahead of it? Because Brenda was talking, it can be overwhelming, right? So how do you do that?
So AI is huge, ladies. And if you're not using it to simplify your life, you are missing out. I create so much content. Shayla laughs at me. I'm always sending her something through ChatGPT.
I love that tool, though.
I'm like, girl, she's like, this is what I need. Okay, give me 5 minutes. But ChatGPT has simplified my life, and there's others, because you can actually create your social media content through that and come up with a schedule and everything. Like, you'd be surprised how ChatGPT and these other AI tools can simplify your life. And then just understanding the algorithm. So LinkedIn is my jam. So I use Instagram, I use TikTok. Like I tell them, I'm not out there dancing or singing. I'm just gonna see a real great picture, that's about it. But I have to study the algorithms to be able to figure out how I'm gonna engage and how my reach is gonna be. Right. So on LinkedIn, they've been switching up their algorithms. So the thing about it, like Kim said, having other people be your cheerleader. I get so many random people sharing my content. I'm just like, hey, thank you. But purposefully engage with them, because they're going to be your biggest promoters. People you don't even know. And like I said, I'm going to keep preaching the authentic space, because people are tired of people pretending like they have it together. Show people that you don't have it together. You don't have to show everything. So be cognizant of what you show, right?
Too much information still apply.
Yes. Be cognizant what you show, but be willing to show that you don't have it together and you're learning. People respect that more than anything. I think Christina stepped out, but she stopped me and she said, Allison, you're so real. I said, Christina, you just don't know. This is really how it is. And she's like, I believe you. I was like, thank you. Because the thing about it is, when you are a perfectionist, it's hard to show those vulnerabilities because you don't want to be viewed as weak. Yeah. So I am learning that there's power in your weakness. Yeah. And you can still be great and be weak. So own that. Let's own that. Let's own our weaknesses, okay? Yeah, right. 2024, we're going to own our weaknesses.
Yeah. Vulnerability actually is a strength, not a weakness. And Brene Brown preaches that. If y'all know Brene Brown, she doesn't know, but she's my BFF. But it is true. Authenticity, vulnerability, people are going to be drawn to you. And then they're drawn to whatever your business is. I want to touch a little bit more, because the title of our panel was about AI and social media marketing. So I want to make sure we talk a little bit more about AI. Kim, how do you use metrics or AI to help grow your business?
Yeah, so we use it a lot in our business. One of the things we do is scheduling, right? Scheduling posts, scheduling. I mean, that's why when she said from 9 to 1, yeah, you could do it from 9 to 1, and you can schedule everything, and it could post on its own, right? We use quizzes. So we use AI-powered quizzes. We use it on our website. We use it through social media. We come out with new products based on what people said they wanted. Yes. We don't just come out with stuff because that's what we felt like doing that day, right? We come out with stuff because, say it again, Brenda?
Learning your customer.
Yes, you learn your customer, and you can use quizzes to do that. And you can make them fun and use social media. I think one of the best ones is to use LinkedIn or Instagram to survey your customers. That is just such a good way to do that, okay? And then, like on our website, we use an AI-powered quiz to recommend the right products to our customers. So even putting them inside of a funnel, the way they join an email list or an SMS, our text message, and we're finding that people are buying more through SMS, text messaging. That's just a little tip for y'all that we're learning, right, Carissa? We had a whole mind-blowing meeting over this whole thing. But we use it in those ways. We use it in a whole bunch of other ways too, just around, you talked about Chat GPT and all of that. But also, I want to just say this real quick, is that as a business owner, you all should become the biggest influencer. You should, when you post, you need to be adding value, giving free value. People should see you as valuable before you ask them to buy anything. If all you're doing is posting about buying something, you're adding no value.
It turns people off, right?
Yes. You gotta add value. Take at least, 2 to 3 posts a week just to add value. Give the information that people will pay you to consult for, whatever the case may be. Put that up, because nobody can take that and just start a whole business, right? But they can take it. They're going to need you, but they're going to see that you actually can provide something. And then when you put up your funnel, you put them out there and you put a little magnet out there. Hey, I'm giving you this. I want you to sign up for my email list. But that's after you done gave them value, right? So think about that in regards to that. And then that's how you become an influencer in the space. Something so amazing just happened. Yesterday. Oh, my God. Was that yesterday?
Let's go.
Something so amazing happened. Can y'all believe? I was checking my LinkedIn, looking at my metrics, right? Looking at who liked it. So sometimes I'll go through and say, look at who loved it, who liked it, who supported it, who found it insightful, and all those kind of different things. I'm looking at who supported our new launch. We just launched a new lip gloss on Ulta.com yesterday. Snoop Dogg. Then supported our launch. I was like, oh my God. And so then I went and looked, and my operations manager was like, do you know Snoop? Because they think I know everybody. They're like, you know Snoop. I'm like, I do not know Snoop, okay? But Snoop is supporting our stuff like through social media, through LinkedIn. That's right. I know y'all think Snoop probably just somewhere. No, like LinkedIn.
That's fantastic. That is amazing. Can you get him to come next time too?
Right.
Ask him for a friend. Yeah.
Now it's your best friend now.
Yeah, that's the homie. So, but I'm just saying that to say that, like, and we were talking about our new launch of our lip gloss, and every one of our lip glosses has an affirmation attached to it. So those new lip glosses that launched on Ulta, the names of them are like independent, and the whole thing is I am independent. One of them is named important. I am important. Okay. One of them is called iconic. I am iconic. So what I'm going to do today, pass me that bag right there real quick, because they want me to do an altar call. Give me this bag real quick.
We've got props. Yes, exactly.
We got gift. We came bearing
And make
gifts.
sure you get the baby on camera, because that's amazing right there.
She's on the team. That's
Yeah.
Mila. Mila be in the background. I know we hit a good point when she make a sound. So this is what we're going to do. Everybody that goes to Ulta.com today, while I'm in the building.
She moved fast, y'all, so follow instructions.
You already know I probably got a flight
She's in
tonight.
4-inch heels,
Okay?
but you got to keep up.
So everybody that orders the Glow Gloss on Ulta.com today, while I'm in the building, I'm going to give you our award-winning brow brush for free. This is a $17 brush. You can use it for your brows. Allison say, I got it. You can use it for your eyeliner. Where's Susan at? She's still in here? So, because she was like, everybody needs the Glow Gloss.
Yes.
So
I love it. Do it now.
I think she has one. But y'all go to Ulta.com, grab it, at least buy one of them. But we got 3 of them, get all 3. But I'm going to give you a free brush today.
I feel like we're Oprah today, giving out gifts and stuff. It's
You get a
awesome.
brush. You get a brush.
You get a brush. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I know I told you we could talk forever, and I get lost just listening to these ladies because it's so inspirational and powerful, and you guys gave some great messages and tools. But to wrap it up, I'd like each of you just take, a minute and say what you want this audience to walk away with, right? What is something that they can just soak on later? Brenda, you go first.
First, decide to start having a consistent action on your social media. If you want to grow your business, social media is one of the great tools to be. You have to be digital, and you have to have a great website and a great social media strategy. That goes hand in hand. Second of all is AI is very important. Use it, but don't abuse it. Meaning, when you use it, Personalize. Don't copy paste exactly what ChatGPT is telling you. Personalize it to your audience. Personalize to what you exactly who your voice is. And the third is keep consistent as your first number one thing. Be consistent. And consistency can be flexible. Something as women, I don't know if you can relate to this, but for me in the past, let's say if I want to start something, I was exercising 3 days a week, and I was like, yes. The 4th week, the kid got sick or something happened, I couldn't exercise. Oh, forget it, I'm not gonna exercise again. And then I start eating bad, and I started my bad habits. Something that I learned recently, and I've been applying, and it really have changed my life, is that consistency is flexible. Consistency is flexible. Okay, something happened because life happens to you. Okay, start tomorrow. Today my kid was sick. That doesn't mean that you need to start over. Tomorrow, grab the habit again. Okay, I couldn't exercise today, I'm exercising today. I couldn't
being
exercise
kind to-
yesterday, I exercise today.
Being kind to yourself.
Yes,
when you
and
fall.
that's something that, please, I learned it. It took me a while to understand it. I want to share it with you. Consistency is flexible. Yeah.
That's great. Everybody write that down? Okay. Allison.
Ooh, so I think mine's gonna be pretty simple. I wanna encourage you ladies to find your superpower for 2024. When I say your superpower, what sets you apart from your competition? Why do I wanna do business with you? What do I get by doing business with you? Really take the time to evaluate those things so you can level up in 2024.
Yeah. And when you find your superpower, then just get a cape. And then you feel even more powerful. I own 3. So there's that. I do, actually. All right, Kim, you up.
Julie, you're the best moderator.
I'm a mess, I know.
Oh my gosh. Invite me to the Christmas party. Right. Invite me to the Christmas party. Okay, look, I would say this. I'm gonna give you some practical ones. Comment back to people that put comments in your stuff. Stop letting people comment and you just keep scrolling. No, you need to comment back. You need to talk back. If you do not talk back to people, they're gonna stop commenting. And then you're gonna be like, oh, why nobody don't say nothing? Because you don't talk back. Right? So when someone tells you, you put something up, you brag and congratulate, and then everybody saying congratulations, and then you just keep going, you need to go back and say, hey, Amy, thank you. You helped me, whatever. Remember that day you gave me a high five, whatever it is. Make it even more personal so people can know. Be high touch. I know it's social media, but social media, you can be high touch. People think they know me so well through social media. And there's some people, my friend, Patricia say, I know you, okay? But I feel that way towards some other people, and vice versa. But that's how I should feel. Social media should be high touch. So comment back, okay? Another thing, when other people post, comment on their stuff. Notice your engagement. Okay, people talk about posting, but engagement is king. If you do not engage, all you're doing is just shouting into a black hole. That nobody even know you exist. That triggered Allison. That triggered you. That triggered her. That triggered her. So you need to engage. The more you comment. So don't worry about, I would even tell you, I'm going to say something real crazy right now. You ready for it? Everybody say it, Kim. All right. Say it one more time. Say it, Kim.
Say it, Kim.
Because I'm going to say something real crazy. I don't even care if you post. Engage. Start commenting on other people's stuff. Engage with them. Start making you some friends on social media. Start being a supporter of other people on social media. And watch when you start posting how people show up for you. And the last thing I'm going to say, because I didn't trigger everybody on this panel. The last thing I'm going to say is this. It took me 2 years to go live on social media. That Facebook Live you see me doing every Friday night, I wanted to go live on social media. I closed out my store in Houston back in 2018. I wanted to start going live immediately. I wanted to start going live on, I couldn't get myself to do it. I would be like, I say I'm about to go live. Then I'd be like, well, I don't know what I got on. And then I'd be like, okay, the next day, okay, well, I got on a cute shirt. Okay, but did you do your makeup? Go look in the mirror. No, your makeup, look at the way that little line on your eye. It's just, and I went through this, no. I went through this for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a long ASS time.
No.
I went through that. Don't worry about it, Miss Shagwell. It's going to be all right. So I went through it for a long time. And finally, when the pandemic happened, I went live because I felt like I could bring joy to other people.
There you go. Yeah.
I know I got a gift inside of me.
You did.
I know I got a gift. I don't care if you recognize it.
Or no.
I don't care
Yeah.
or not. I know I got a gift. And so I know I have a gift of bringing joy.
Yes.
And so when the pandemic happened, it was less about me selling makeup and just, I know, Kim, you got a gift for bringing people joy.
Right, right.
So I went live to bring you joy. So when you see me on there dancing and cutting up and
Yeah.
me and Loretta playing songs and showing out, that's because we know we can bring joy.
Yeah.
And so finally I went live because I knew everybody was at home, and I'm looking at the news, and I know the way I'm feeling. I don't know what's going to happen next. And so I ended up going live. So that pandemic
Really.
got me to go live.
Really launched it. I love it. And you talked a lot about, not being perfect, and I love that you wrapped up with that too. So what I heard from each of you is engagement, authentic engagement, several different ways of doing that, knowing your superpower and owning it, because Kim just told you her superpower, and did you see how she owned that?
Yeah, I
And
felt
she
the joy.
believes it. And then that consistency can be flexible.
Yes.
That gives you permission to fall off whatever every once in a while and be okay with that, right? So I think, I'm sorry I'm getting the time check, but I know, Brian's like pacing over there like, ladies, wrap it up. I want to thank each and every one of you. I have learned so much from you, and you are all just amazing, inspirational women that have probably touched every person in this room already, and since we recorded this, it's going to now be blasted out, right? And put on social media. So thank you very much. Panels, let's do a round of applause, yeah? And thank you all of you for coming today, too.